Your Sixers on the West Coast. You have found another edition of the Cheesesteaks Intake Podcast Show, the only multi-generational Philly sports podcast show featuring myself, Colby Marshall, with my father, my uncle Chuck Butler, my cousin Noah. Drew is not on the episode tonight, but we're still going strong. Gonna miss you, Drew, and your pop culture update. But we're gonna talk a lot of Sixers, guys, with the Sixers on the West Coast doing a back-to-back, going against the Clippers and the Warriors tonight and tomorrow. I want to know how they're going to handle Embiid. We'll get into that. We'll also get into Paul George recently getting suspended 25 games and how the outlook of the team will, be for the next few weeks, for the next few games without Paul George. I guess we'll start there, fellas. I mean, we do have a lot to talk about, but let's kick it off with the Sixers with Paul George. Noah, I'm going to bring it to you first. What was your initial reaction? I thought it was fake.
So did I.
I honestly thought it was fake. When Noah sent it to the chat, I was like, is this real? And yeah, Paul George suspended 25 games. What was your initial reaction, Noah?
It wasn't the best news I received, but after a couple of days, I'm not too upset with him about it. It seemed like he was just. I didn't really see what it was that he got popped for, but I heard it was something that just helped with like pain or something like that. I don't even know if you guys saw what it was. So, in his apology, it seemed like he was sorry about it. And I'm not too upset with him. I feel like we could survive without him. I feel like it sucks. I feel like we were just getting things rolling a little bit.
Yeah, I had thoughts that it was ketamine, because ketamine is a drug that helps with depression and muscle soreness and things of that nature. So it kind of goes hand in hand with mental health and physical health.
But can he get that approved? Can he go to the league and say, listen, I'm dealing with some mental issues.
Yeah.
It's affecting me physically. I think this may help me.
So I don't think that's legal. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that's legal in the NBA. But if he come out and said that he needed help mentally, I don't see why that would have been an issue if it was just for his mental health.
Yeah, they probably would have prescribed him something different than what he wanted to take. I'm sure what he was taking was helping with his recovery more than anything. I'm just assuming. I don't want to dismiss mental issues, but the guy's 35 years old.
So Troy, do you believe his story? Because I don't, and it's nothing. Listen, I'm not saying I'm mad at him because at the long, and I'm sure we're going to talk about it. The long run is going to help the Sixers. But you know what I want? And Troy, we kind of grew up in the baseball steroid era. I would love for Barry Bonds and Sosa and whoever took steroids or whatever they took, Roger Clemens, this tell us what it did for you. Everyone denies it. I just want them to say, listen, help me recover fast. The only person who did, I guess, was Jose Canseco. He kind of told us. But I recovered faster. It made my eyesight better. I can
no, that's a lie.
Do this,
those are lies. We're talking about baseball. Baseball, how many?
No, but no one says that. No one says that in any sport. No one says.
But it's obvious. I know, but it's obvious that they were taking it because it gave them more power. That's all. Gave them more power. They could hit home runs. It doesn't help your hand-eye coordination. None of that BS.
But I don't. Right? We never know because no one talks about it.
They could.
No one never talks about it.
Improving cognitive abilities could go with improving your hand-eye coordination, right?
I would like Paul George. Yeah, the story frustrated me. I'm not mad at him, but I wish he would have said, listen, I took it. I felt a lot of pressure to come back. Philly's a tough place to play. The fans were getting on me. I just wanted to get back quick.
He just hit 9 threes. Listen, the reason why he got tested because he hit 9 threes. The league was like, hey, go to Philly right now and make this man pee in that cup.
Oh man,
Immediately,
I know.
right?
Immediately.
Immediately,
Don't let
you
don't let
got to
them
take a
leave the
piss.
arena.
Ain't no way.
So yeah,
Whatever
I
you
get it, but I wish it would come out of the person's mouth. Besides Canseco, can you think of a player who said who was kind of caught for using like performance enhancing drugs? And again, I don't even know if it's that, but I'm assuming it is because this I don't know, you're
I
so
don't
vague
I
with
don't
the
know if
statement.
listen, I don't know if I wouldn't say that his was performance enhancing. I think it just made him recover his recovery a little bit easier. That's what I believe with Paul George. But like, the rules are stated. You
He
can't
hit
use this
he hit
particular
nine threes.
substance.
You just
I
said
mean,
it. He hit
This
nine
is
threes.
I'm
I know,
looking
and
it up
listen,
now. Like I don't see anyone like saying like what it was.
he hit
My
nine
guess is
threes.
better than
I
that.
mean, listen,
The-
that's the added benefit of him trying to, have an easier recovery, I guess. I don't know. Like nine threes, he's hit a lot of threes before, right? Like hitting threes is you take medication, you take steroids. That's not going to help you hit threes. It's not.
How do you know? But Troy, I
But it's going
believe
to
you. I
help your
believe you,
body
Troy.
recover.
But I believe you. But I really want an athlete to tell us that. Like,
You're never going to
it didn't
get
help me
that.
with this,
Why
but
would?
it helped me with this.
Why do you want that? You've
Because I'm
been living
sick
a
of the
long
like.
time.
I'm sick of
You've
like,
been
well,
living a
mental
long
health.
time. And how many athletes have you heard say that? You just said none. You've been you've been on this earth a long time.
Troy,
It's
I've been
never happened
struggling with my.
before. It's
I've been struggling with my
it's never
age after that text I sent you yesterday. It's been a struggle.
it's never going to happen. It's never
It's
going to
never gonna
happen. You're
happen.
never going to hear it.
That's what
You're never going to
frustrates me.
hear it.
But to say it had nothing to do with the 9 threes, you're probably right, Troy. I guess what I'm saying is no one ever talks about it, like what it does for them, except Canseco. But no one ever says like what, like when you get like suspended for something,
Here's
you never
all right,
hear like
so
what it did for me.
no,
Never.
okay, so at the time, no, but Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson talk about smoking marijuana all the time. I mean, all their podcasts are high all the time,
Yeah.
right? That's what they do. And they talked about how much easier it was to recover by smoking during the season. I mean, listen, drugs help. You can't deny that drugs help. They help all athletes in many different ways. Listen, but taking drugs is quote unquote bad. So why would you ever admit that? A drug addict is not going to say, "Yeah, I'm a drug
Well, I
addict."
don't think he's a drug addict. I just think he did something to
But
get
I'm
back on
just
the
my
court
but my point is
quickly.
that's my point. Like it's just people don't admit that stuff until afterwards.
Yeah. Well, it is bad, but I don't know
So
if you guys want to talk about like what was good that came out of this.
listen, am I the only one that didn't think it was like the end of the world that he was getting suspended? I
It took me
listened
a minute to
to
realize that.
I listened to other Sixer shows, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is devastating for the season, for the rest of the season." I'm
No.
like,
So you
"Why?
knew right away
What? That he
that
was suspended?"
well, that you knew right away that one it long term it's not going to really hurt the Sixers on the court, and the other thing, the financial part of it is actually beneficial for the Sixers. Did you know that? Like, how long did
I
it
didn't
take
know
for you to know that?
I didn't know the financial part of it, but as far as on the court, I didn't think it was as bad as people were making it out to be.
Troy, I think
And
they don't
listen,
have any wings.
huh?
They don't
I
have any
hear you,
wings. I
and
know you were
I appreciate,
clamoring for a
and
power
no,
forward.
I appreciate Paul George and what he's brought to the team, especially on the defensive end. Offensively, from game to game, he's hit and miss, but it seemed like every game he was one of our best defenders
Yeah.
in every single game, right? Yeah, we're going to miss that, but it's just we have a lot of players. We have more wings. We have We still have Oubre. We still have, and obviously Oubre is not going to get traded now.
Okay, we got Oubre.
We still have
name the
Trenton
rest of the
Wofford.
wings on the team.
We like. I want to see
Justin
more
Edwards.
Trenton Wofford. I want to
He's
see
not
more
a
of
wing.
Wofford.
Okay,
Who?
we can see more of him, but I wouldn't consider him a wing. When I
Justin
think of a wing, I'm
Edwards.
thinking someone who could.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Justin
no, hold
Edwards?
that thought. Like someone that's like that 6'7" to 6'7" to 6'9" range that could like play small and also play big. Like they could guard
So-
a power forward, they can guard a point guard.
So listen, since Wofford came back, it was like his minutes were being cut, relatively speaking, toward from the beginning of the year, right? I want to see more of him because to me he has that connective tissue where he can do a little bit of everything and he keeps different players involved with his playmaking. So I want to see more of that, right? I want to see him become more accustomed to playing with Embiid and Maxey because I don't think he's played much with Embiid.
That's fair,
Right.
That's two. You Oubre and Wofford. Who else?
Justin Edwards.
I don't know who do we just pick
Justin
up?
Edwards.
Oh,
Justin Edwards.
Justin.
He didn't even get in the
Listen,
game.
I don't. But you know what? It's
You
more
asked
minutes
who's
for
on
these
the-
guys.
You asked who's on
To
the team.
me,
right?
yeah, exactly. It's more minutes for these guys, and when it comes to playoff time, they're going to be a little bit more comfortable than they would have been if Paul George
Yeah.
had been playing these 25 games.
I think that's the
Oh,
biggest.
That's how I'm looking at it.
And it's all right,
Yeah.
guys. Like, what we really should be talking about is how like Joel Embiid can just carry us. Like, it doesn't matter if we don't have Paul George.
I don't
like,
want him
Embiid's-
carrying us.
Embiid's back.
I don't
you know,
want him carrying us. I don't want to be carrying
My
us.
goat.
Not now. I don't want him carrying us in January and February. I need him to carry us in May and June.
I agree.
That's what I want to see.
Noah is loving this former MVP back in form, Joel Embiid. 6 30-point games in his last 7. 30-plus
Yeah,
point games.
That seventh one was he had 29. Yeah, he's doing his thing. I'm with Troy though. I don't think we've seen this before. We've seen Embiid like with a large workload before like March. Something happens. I'm hoping it doesn't. We're at the end of the day, we're all a little shorthanded. What I thought when I heard about PG, I didn't think, oh, they'll be okay. I was like, oh, great, they're not going to trade Kelly. That's what I thought.
Am I the only one that thought about Jared McCain? Like, that was one of my
think you
first
were.
thoughts. Is him getting more minutes.
He's been playing well though. He's been playing well.
Only, because he did score 16 points and then 17 points in consecutive games right before the suspension. Like I've always said, I think third team, if they go on a run, they're going to need him to make shots. And now is the perfect time for him to start playing more, getting more opportunities. I would love for them to experiment with the 3-guard lineup, Maxey, BJ, and Jared. They actually had it out in the last game in the fourth quarter for a little bit.
Yeah,
You
I
put
think you're
that
going to
in
see
the
a lot
chat.
more of that.
Yeah, you put that in the chat, Kobe, and I rolled my eyes like this.
And they played
Jared
it. They played it in the fourth quarter. And game was close
Yeah.
against the Pelicans.
Before we get off the Sixers, and we can still talk about Embiid a little bit. Troy, we were talking about this a little bit before you got on. I think the Sixers could make the best offer for Giannis. I was watching ESPN today and looking at some of these trade proposals, like the Knicks have to like jump through hoops to like figure out how to get him. The Warriors gonna give it like Jimmy Butler, who's out for the rest of the year, and some picks in Kuminga. The Sixers could they could still trade PG. They would have to trade VJ and give them 3 first-round picks. That's tempting. If I'm Milwaukee, I would think about it. What do you mean?
I don't think it's more tempting. I don't think it's more tempting than anything that the Spurs could offer.
Yeah, but I don't know if the Spurs are offering anything.
That OKC could offer.
Are they offering something?
That-
Do I not? OKC doesn't need him to win.
But
a
neither are the
championship.
Sixers. The Sixers aren't either.
The
They're not
Sixers what?
offering anything. They're not offering anything.
They literally said he was untouchable.
Who said he was untouchable?
Listen,
Who- who-
forget
VJ?
the
The
offers.
Sixers said VJ were.
Yeah, they did. They did. But
Who's
forget
they?
that. You're just
Maury
talk-
doesn't
the
talk.
Sixers
He doesn't
came.
talk.
The Sixers came out. Sixers came out and said VJ's untouchable. It was a report that came out that said that VJ was untouchable, according to sources.
All right, humor me.
I saw it a couple of days ago.
No,
Humor me. Would you guys
Listen,
no,
Would you guys do it?
no,
Heck no.
I would do McCain.
Heck
I'm not doing VJ.
Not
I wouldn't
VJ.
do it.
Troy, they're not taking McCain.
Imagine
know.
getting Giannis on this team, and after giving up everything we'd have to give up, and then him and Embiid are both out, and then we're just left with nothing. Like he's been battling that calf injury.
Yeah, listen. I knock on wood that it doesn't happen.
That would
But
be
that
amazing.
Achilles is coming. That Achilles is coming. It's about to see the light of day.
Is that
I hope it doesn't. Because I love Giannis. But it's too many calf injuries in the last, 18 months. What does he have, 4?
if he was whole, would you guys do it?
If he was whole, hell yeah. Listen, before the season, if you had come to me in January and said, during the summer, I'm talking about during the summer, whoever you pick at number 3, along with Paul George, along with the Clippers pick, and whatever pick they want, you're going to be able to trade for Giannis. I'd have been jumping up and down for joy. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. What changed is the actual pick of VJ, the way he's played. I see his potential, the type of person that he is, and the type of backcourt that we could have for the next 8 to 10 years. That means something to me.
Okay.
And I love Giannis.
But
That means something to me.
VJ more.
Yeah, like I want to see Maxey and VJ for the next 8 to 10 years. I don't want to see Giannis for 2 years, wishing that he plays more games because he has a hurt calf and, he's getting older. He's still in his prime, but he's on the downside of his career.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to keep that young backcourt.
Yeah. Like I think those times of trying to maximize the time that Joel has left just to win that one.
Yeah, that's done. That's done.
I mean, the
in my
time could be
opinion.
now
That's
if the
me.
stars align with the team that they have.
All right. Relax, Kobe. Slow down.
I said if the stars align.
No, I guess I can see that. The juju on this team, and Noah's always talking about aura. It feels kind of like it feels a little negative, like the stuff that's happening with PG.
It is negative, man.
Yeah, just
We're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's being a Sixer fan. That's being a Sixer
well, the good
fan
news is that
for
he's
50 years.
by the time we go to that game, PG should be back. Are you guys booing him or cheering him when he comes?
No, I'm cheering him. Like there's nothing to boo.
Nothing to boo.
He's
Troy, you're
he's
gonna be
not.
the only
Let me.
one cheering. You're the only one cheering.
Why would you boo? Listen.
Like, why are
he
you
is
so
not.
upset? That? Like, what?
I promise you this. He's not the only one in the NBA that's taking something.
That's fair. I guess
He's
I
not.
just don't like. I don't like the playing the victim thing that he's doing. That's what bothers me. I don't believe it.
What do you want?
That's why I'm a bull.
What do you want him to say?
I want to say, listen, I was
yes.
rushing to get back on the court.
Yes,
felt a lot
I
of
took
pressure.
4 lines. I took 4 lines before the last game. Yes, that was
what if
me.
it's a case where like he's taking something and he doesn't want to give another opponent an edge on what he's taking because he knows how much it helped him in some capacity that he's never gonna.
No, they're like
That's
no, they
that's-
like the NBA players aren't. They're not like that. If someone came to him and be like, "Yo, you've been playing out of your mind. Like I need something similar. Talk to me," and he'd tell him.
Yeah, he probably.
It's a
tells him.
fraternity. It's like you're not going to tell anybody. You're not going to get me in trouble because I know
You guys-
you don't want to get yourself
you
in
guys
trouble.
think-
So
You guys think like players are like thinking like, oh my God, I got to do what Paul George is doing right now. Like he's playing so well. Like nobody's saying that.
No, I don't think so
Nobody
at
wants
all.
to be Paul George.
A lot of people want to be Joel Embiid though with the way he's been balling. I guess that's a good transition to our next topic. Should Joel Embiid be? Thank you for that, Noah. Should Joel Embiid be an All-Star? Like I said, 30-plus point games in his last 7, 40 points in his last game, had the triple-double. Is Joel Embiid an All-Star worthy candidate?
I think he is, but who you guys taking off if he's on the squad?
Cat.
No. Cat deserves to be on there. Cat's put up
Probably
decent
deserves
numbers,
it.
and he's played.
And
he's
he's a
played.
family
He's played
friend of
for
them.
most
He's a
of the
family
year.
friend of the Marshalls. They're not going to say anything bad about him.
Although this is
That's
Cat's
not true.
lowest scoring
That's not
season
true.
since his rookie year. And
Put
his
it this way,
worst-
I don't know if Cat deserves to be an All-Star, but he deserves to be one in front of Embiid. Embiid
Right.
hasn't played enough
Here-
games to me, so he
here's a
hasn't played
fun
enough
fact.
games.
Here's a fun fact. I don't
Yeah,
even know
Cat's
who's
not
on the
having
All-Star
that
team.
great of a
I
year.
don't know who's on the team. I have no idea. I don't know if it's East and West. I don't know. Like if we took Embiid off, I mean, put him on. Like who we taking off?
No,
I don't even know who's on the squad.
You're taking players from the East
both
and
conferences.
players from the West, and you're taking players that from different countries. I think there's 3
Yeah.
teams,
I have no idea.
and you're like mixing everything up.
But is there a player that you guys would take off besides Cat? Because I know you guys don't want to, ruin your
I mean, are
relationship.
we looking at the East and the West, or just the East?
I don't know how it
No.
works. I have no idea.
Look, hey, rattle off the names. Does anybody have the names in front of you?
Like I got him right here.
What are
Hey,
they?
rattle.
Okay, starters. Giannis, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Maxey. Reserves. Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duran, Jalen Johnson, Donovan Mitchell, Norman Powell, Pascal Siakam, and Karl Anthony Towns.
That's a trash team. First of all,
That's actually the
Giannis,
worst.
Maybe
All-Star team I've
Norman
ever seen.
Powell. Listen,
That's
I would say
trash.
Norman Powell, but he's on my fantasy team, and I
Like,
know he's been
yo,
But listen,
Cat-
he's been
Giannis is
rocking
not-
out.
Giannis is not playing. Embiid might play.
Cat is not like having a better year than Joel Embiid.
No, he's not. He's not. But Embiid just doesn't have the amount of games played to
Jokic.
his.
Jokic is the starter. He played like 5 more games than Embiid, maybe.
Yeah, Jokic. He also has the track record of, I think, playing more so than Embiid.
Plus, I
And
think
everyone
he's a
knows
front
that
runner for the
Embiid has
MVP.
like he doesn't play the back-to-backs, and he just doesn't have his track record doesn't do him well in situations.
What's the West? Because that East team sounds like Larry Bird
got
is
it.
rolling over in his grave right now. That's
I got it right
weak-
here.
Let me hear.
There's a guy on the West I'm very upset about. I'll get to it.
Who?
You could rattle off the names first. If you have them.
Steph, Luca, Shea, Jokic, Wemby. And then
No, that's the squad.
That's the starting 5.
Denny
I
Advia,
know.
Devin Booker, Kevin
which
Durant, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, LeBron, and Jamal Murray.
So who do you guys think I'm upset about?
LeBron.
You're upset
or
about
Denver.
you're upset about Chet.
You think so we had the conversation yesterday, Dad.
It's
Chet
LeBron.
Holmgren, guys,
That's my dude. Watch
is
your mouth.
averaging 17 points per game and 8 rebounds, and is an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
His championship ring is getting
all-star.
in his way. That's why.
Over Kawhi Leonard, who's been playing like one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Listen, if you have a problem with Chet being over any player,
How many games?
I'm sorry, Noah, but that player should be LeBron James.
That's a
It's LeBron though. Like your kid's not.
Kawhi, yeah, but it's
that-
LeBron. Kawhi should be playing over LeBron. Chet
Probably, yeah.
to me should be on an
many-
All-Star team.
How many games has? How many games
Because-
has Kawhi
Kawhi's
played?
played 35 games. 35 games. So that's not helping him. That's not helping his team.
Chet
That's
Chet
what I
should
feel
be
like.
on the All-Star game. He should be on the All-Star team
He should.
because he is basically this year the second best player on the championship on the number 1 team in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, if you
So-
take him off that team, they're still.
That's not the criteria for being an all-star.
You just said they're the number one team in the conference. He's the
Well, that
second
team
best
should
player.
have
on the
No,
multiple All-Stars.
but right, most number one teams, they don't have just one all-star.
That's true.
They have at the very least
I-
two.
I would-
so
I would
Jalen Williams is probably the second best player on that team, but he hasn't played enough games. So it goes now. It
You
comes
just
down
have
to
to
Chet.
give it to somebody. You just have
Listen,
to give it to two guys.
and-
Listen, I have Chet on my fantasy team again. He deserves to be an all-star.
You're biased. Okay, he's on your fantasy
No,
team.
not.
Of course you think he's an all-star.
Well, listen, getting
Listen,
back
don't
to
hate me
Embiid-
'cause I'm
You
a
see
good
all those
coach.
games and you get excited.
Don't hate me because I'm a good coach.
Getting back to
I'm in
Embiid.
first place, so I don't know.
Getting back to Embiid,
You're not in first
he should
place.
He should start against any of those
Check
players on the
the-
East.
Yeah, check the app.
I saw the app. That's fake news.
Like it's kind of. I'm not surprised Embiid's not all-star, but like, he should be there.
He should be.
Maybe that's biased.
I don't think so. I don't think he should be. I don't want him to be an all-star.
He's averaging.
I
Like,
don't want to
I
be
don't-
one either. That's different.
I don't want him to be an
one.
all-star.
he averages the most points out of any center in the East, so why can't he be on the?
He should be,
Hey,
but I
Chuck,
don't want him to be.
Let me ask you, why don't you want him to be?
For obvious reasons. I would rather him take the week off, rest, and just gear up for like the last third of the season.
Yeah, playing as
It's
little extracurricular basketball as you can.
Have you guys looked at their schedule this week alone? They have a back-to-back
Yeah.
tomorrow. Then they got 2 more games by the end of the week. Like, they have 4 games this week.
That's not
Like-
why. That's not why I don't want him to be an all-star.
Why don't you want to be All-Star? You want him to stay hungry?
Yeah.
Because I want him to be pissed off that they didn't pick him, and I want him to take that attitude into the playoffs. And I want
You
him
think
to
he
take
works-
that attitude
yeah.
when we played the New York Knicks. I want him to take that attitude against Cat. Oh, they picked you over me.
Yeah.
They
He is
picked
petty
you
like that. He
over
would do
me.
that. You saw what he
I
did.
wanna
To,
see
what,
that.
what did Derek Queen say to
Tobias
Embiid?
Harris over me?
Oh, I forgot to talk about that.
I
Derek Queen,
didn't
like,
see that game.
A couple months ago, or not, a couple weeks ago, they were asking him like all the players he's like that he's played against that he was like starstruck to play against, and he was like LeBron, Jokic, and he said he hasn't played Embiid yet, but that's the other guy. And then Embiid welcomed him to the NBA.
And who is this?
Derek
Derek
Queen.
Chuck's
Oh,
boy.
really?
Because Embiid like looked. He's got that little Jordan in him where he looks for little things to like motivate him and like go after play.
And he probably heard you say we should draft Queen and trade Embiid.
No.
Trade Embiid for that pick.
You said
Move
that?
up. Draft Queen.
To
Yeah,
clip-
he said that.
First of all, let me clear this up. So I cleared up before. I'm gonna say it again. My whole plan was to, if we're gonna stay at 3, I wanted VJ. I never wanted Ace Bailey, but I wanted to trade down. I wanted
You're
to
trying
trade
to
down.
You don't even know who
You're
VJ
trying-
was.
You're
I think
trying to
this
change.
podcast-
You're trying to
Troy.
change the topic. The podcast.
No. Who did I want in his draft?
You, no. I'm talking about you wanted to trade Embiid.
No. Did I?
No,
I never wanted
I'm
to trade
just-
Embiid.
But you did want Queen.
You did want to trade the
Queen.
draft pick.
I didn't want Derek Queen. I wanted to
He
trade
didn't,
down and
he
get more
didn't want
assets.
BJ Edson.
I
But
think.
hold up.
He didn't want
Is
to be
Derek
there.
Queen a bust? Did you guys watch him play? He's good.
Yeah, 9 points in his
He's a
last
great
game.
player.
No, he's
That's
good.
the
reason- listen.
They didn't play him in the
He's
second
good.
half.
No, to answer your question, that is the reason why Embiid went off on him. Because he listened to our podcast and listened to your dad talk about how much he loved Queen, and that was it.
Oh, man. I do love some Derek Queen though. I love his game, man. I love
He's
his
nice.
game.
I like his
player.
game too.
So,
Good play. I think this
He just-
podcast. I think this
history
podcast
will prove
started.
me correct.
I think this podcast started in part because Chuck was upset of my post about Ace Bailey being a perfect fit on the Sixers that I
Oh my
put up
God.
on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
He was all in my comments for that. All in my
I was
comments.
all in it. We were going at it.
I think that's how this all got started. But who we would like to listen to the podcast are maybe some Eagle representatives as they continue the search for their new offensive coordinator. Or no, they found their new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Sean Mannion, right?
Sean Mannion.
How do you guys think?
You know what? It's been so long. I thought that they're still looking.
Listen,
But yeah,
if he walked in my house right now, I wouldn't know who he was.
right.
Well, he's about the
33
same
years
size
old.
as he's about just as tall, or maybe a little bit taller than your son Noah, and probably about 150 pounds heavier. He's a
Oh,
big
is he?
guy.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
But what do you guys?
Played,
He's
What have you
he's
heard?
like
I've been-
6'6".
play quarterback.
I've been hearing that he's a very I guess no nonsense, very opinionated, has a big voice. He's I guess your typical alpha male, which I kind of like. Like, listen, I know earlier I said I wanted someone that was a little bit more seasoned.
We also
But the reason why, I guess the main reason why I wanted that was because I thought that was someone that Jalen could, that person would have some cachet to go at Jalen, to coach Jalen hard. It sounds like this guy is going to coach Jalen hard also, even though he's a young guy, and that's all I really want. I want the whole team to be coached hard.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So if he's a bit of a hard ass and it's going to rub some people the wrong way, so be it. If it gets the desired results.
So you're cool with, like, from
You know
the
why?
little we know
I'm
about
cool.
him. From the little we know about him, you're cool with the pick.
I'm cool with the decision, and I think the major reason is neither Sirianni nor Jalen Hurts had anything to do with it. This is a Jeff Lurie and Harry Roseman decision.
Well, speaking of Jalen, like,
And I like their track record over Sirianni's and Jalen Hurts as far as putting in offensive coordinators. So,
speaking of Jalen, and I'm gonna wait and see with the OC. I don't really know much about him. But Jalen's been taking some hits lately. When I work from home, I have WIP that's playing in the background, and I take it with a grain of salt. Troy, you and I have been listening to sports radio in Philadelphia for a long time. It is super toxic. But I don't know if you guys listened to that podcast I sent you with Jeff McClain. Did you guys listen to that?
I did listen to it.
I mean,
No, I
was
didn't.
did you pause a little bit about this Jalen being a little,
Carson Wentz-ish?
a little phony? Just a
Um,
smidge.
just
Nose ready to jump on
that bit that bit
Because
where he was smoking after the Super Bowl. He was smoking a cigar, and
Yeah.
I guess they were like, take a picture of me, whatever. Listen, I don't read too much into that because
Well,
it's-
it wasn't
it's
that. It was
it's the
more
day and
like-
age. I
It's
get
more-
it. I'm just telling you, I didn't read too much into that particular thing because
I didn't mean.
it's,
You know what?
it's what people
when I
do
saw that
today.
picture, I thought that
loved it.
picture was taken. I thought it was taken before the Super Bowl, and they like put it out after the Eagles won the game. I didn't even think it was real anyway. The problem I thought, after listening to the podcast, was he doesn't seem he doesn't seem to have a really close relationship with the team, and I know that's been like rumored for a little bit. Noah, relax. I'm
annoyed because I didn't even get to talk about the coordinator before you started annoying me about this Jalen Hurts.
Okay, all right.
Like-
Let's
All right,
pause.
go
Let's
Now
back
I'm
up.
mad. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah.
No. Let's pause. Let's back up because we have been talking a little bit too much. Noah,
Yeah,
talk to us about the coordinator. What do you
Yeah,
think?
tell us what you think.
No, because now I need to say something about what you said.
I want to
You
hear
guys,
thoughts.
like,
Talk
you-
whatever you want to talk
For
about.
some reason, like, Dad, like, you like listening to what these and like believing what these podcasts have to
I
say
didn't
when
say I
players
believe it.
when players you literally when players have came out and said like Jalen is like reaches out to them, talks to them, and like there's no issues with that. And you guys like everyone just likes to believe like what these stupid little podcasters are saying, like us.
Troy, hold that thought.
Well,
Noah.
listen,
Troy, on a
listen.
scale, Troy, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you put Jeff
Probably 10.
McClain? Yes,
10.
10.
Okay,
10.
any
Go ahead, Noah.
but what about the players that are on the team that come out and say like you guys are like talking BS and like
You've been a part of
Jalen's
it.
Jeff-
really close.
No, Troy,
Jay,
I mean, no, you've been
listen,
part of
Noah,
the team.
you have to. Jeff
no,
McClain-
badmouth your player.
Jeff McClain
anyway.
is the Eagles insider. He's the Eagles insider.
So what's
If
how
I
does
trust
he have
the word,
more? How does he have more rank than the actual players on the football team? Like what?
Breathe.
he doesn't. But he's just reporting what he sees. Right. I'm not saying he's making stuff up. He's just reporting what he sees. And listen, I'm not saying I believe every little thing that he says, but if I'm going to believe something, it's going to be from that guy.
Like I actually just hate like Philly media, and it's just why we will never have anything good. It's why like I'll always be disappointed. Cause like like
He just had something
we
good.
have, and it would never happen ever again. Like I hope they trade AJ Brown.
We'll
I hope,
probably
I hope-
listen.
I hope we
They'll
get
win
rid of
next
Jalen
year.
Hurts and we give them their tall white pocket passer quarterback that they want, and I hope we have that, and I hope we rot for the rest of eternity because like and whenever we have something good, like there's always something like they just try and like
It's Black
find
History
and
Month.
complain
Relax.
about. And it just makes me sick.
Listen,
And it's like,
No, I totally understand. I totally understand, and you have to take a break from Philadelphia media. I listen to Philadelphia sports.
I didn't
I'm
listen. I
I'm
don't
on
listen
Philadelphia
to it.
Twitter. I know I'm on
listen to it. I
Philadelphia
scroll
Twitter.
past it.
I'm just
I
saying.
didn't even listen to the thing
I-
that I listened to the thing Dad sent for like 5 seconds and it annoyed me and I turned it off immediately because
Yeah,
Listen to
Like,
the whole thing.
no.
you're not. It's going to take a couple of more years for you to become immune to Philadelphia media and take everything with a grain of salt. It's coming. I can see
Am I supposed to
that
be
you're on
okay
your
with
way.
them,
It's just not
with
there
them
yet.
ruining my team? Am I supposed to be okay with them?
They don't listen. They don't ruin the teams. The organizations ruin the teams. I'm not going to blame any ruined team on some idiot on the radio. And that's what they are, idiots. They know just as much as we do.
So then why are we?
just have a
So why are we
microphone talking
Why
all
are we
day?
even fathoming to even bring up anything that comes out of their mouth right now?
We do a podcast. It's
I'm talking about the guys on the radio. I'm talking about the guys on the radio. What we're talking about here is Jeff McClain, who's an Eagle insider. So he's in the locker room. He knows everyone in the organization. That's a little bit different than
doing it for
the
years.
fools on the radio.
Years.
So is this an article he came out with? Is it a radio segment he had?
It's he has his own podcast.
So it was a podcast clip.
It was a
Yeah, apparently
podcast,
one of the-
not a clip. It was a podcast. Listen to it, Kobe. No, it won't.
Yeah,
but
you-
listen to it. It's
it's
good.
good.
It's nothing like they're not like bad mouthing Jalen. The guy he was interviewing was actually he wasn't even like a Philly guy. He was just a national guy who was just like doing a story and interview some players. He did a book with Dennis Rodman. He did a book with I think Pat Riley. Like the guy he was interviewing was really piped into like what's happening in the sports world and like how players kind of think about other players. And I thought it was really interesting. If you get a chance,
It was.
listen to it.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
But
And I
I
didn't
don't
come
have
away
any-
saying I believe everything like he's reporting about Jalen, but it gave me a little pause. I'm like, you know what? Jalen may need to like pivot a little bit for this team to like get back on track. That's all I'm saying.
I don't even think.
The thing with the cigar didn't bother me. It didn't bother me because I thought that was phony anyway.
Let me
I
ask you a
thought they
question.
took that picture beforehand.
Let me ask you a question.
What's wrong with a
From
little aura?
2023 to 2024. I'm sorry, from 2022 to 23 to 24. Did you think Jalen pivoted at all?
And yeah, I think he had to. He became bigger. I think he did. He got more money. He became a leader of the team.
No. I'm talking about from year to year. From the first time that they went to the Super Bowl and lost, to the collapse, to going back to the Super Bowl and winning, and to this year. Do you think there was a pivot in Jalen Hurts? His attitude, the way he approached the game? You do. I don't think there was.
But I think it was in a positive way though. I think he had to. Like
I don't think he pivoted at all. I think he is who he is, and when a team is doing well versus when a team is not doing well, you could take the way he approaches his craft in two distinct different ways.
I think he became a little bit more focused and probably a little bit more standoffish. I think he, and this is from afar. I'm in Connecticut. I don't, but I think he needed to pivot a little bit. Remember he had the wallpaper on his phone where when Kansas City won and all the streamers were coming down around him. Like that was like his villain origin story. You know what I mean? I think he had to change a little bit. And on that podcast, the guy said something interesting about, he felt like Jalen wasn't part of the guys anymore. And he referenced like Tom Brady. He said Tom Brady was one of the guys, and he got to a point where he couldn't be one of the guys anymore. Same thing with he referenced Peyton Manning. He said Peyton was one of the guys, and then at some point he just couldn't do it. It was too much of a demand on him. And I think Jalen is the same thing. He's hanging out with Michael Jordan. He wants to be the Jordan of the NFL, and I think that was part of the pivot. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think he can bounce back from this. But I think he did pivot a little bit, and I think he had to for them to win a championship. But I think he needs to maybe swing the other way a little bit. I guess because he doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's a part of the team. And if you talk to AJ, I'm sure AJ would tell you the same thing. He's a different. They were super tight.
I think AJ is he's one of the few guys right now on the team that would have a lot of negative things to say. With.
Well, I'm just saying he's negative maybe because Jalen did pivot a little bit.
I would always refer to what I hear from kind of to Noah's point from the players when it comes to how Jalen. I always hear that his sense of humor, that's something that we don't really see in the press conferences.
We've all been part of a team. We've all been part of the team. It's going to be rare that players going to go outside of their circle and complain. Not that they don't do it, but they go outside their circle and complain about a teammate. I'm not saying they don't do it, but it's rare.
I'm just saying.
It won't be on the record most of the time.
I'm just saying. I feel like there's a lot. There obviously is a lot that we don't see, but there's a lot of Jalen Hurts' personality that we don't really see. So I would take things like reports like these with a grain of salt, even if it's from.
Cool. Noah's not going to listen to the podcast. I want you to listen to it, and then let's have a conversation.
Okay.
I'll resend it to you.
So about our coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, we just talked about that for 15 minutes. This is our coordinator. This is kind of like one of the archetypes. This is kind of like the archetype I was saying I wanted. It kind of sucks that he has no experience or anything calling plays, but
still a little
a lot of the great head coaches today that were offense coordinators, they were just called. They didn't have any experience. They were called up, became offense coordinators and excelled. So I don't see why.
You sound like you're coping.
No, you sound like you're coping, talking about oh, we can't believe the what the players are saying, because why would they say
I'm not saying
anything
we
bad?
can't. I'm not saying we
That's
can't.
literally
believe.
what
I'm
you
saying
said.
it's rare
But we
that a player goes
gotta
against
believe
football.
what Jeff McClain says, but we can't believe what the players are saying. Anyways, let's stop talking about it. I'm sorry, I don't know why I even said anything.
That's a very good point, Noah. That's a very good
Um,
point.
We're very
Your dad,
good
your
point, James.
dad should be ashamed of himself
Why? What did I do?
anyways,
because you take the word over Jeff McClain instead of Paul George. That's what he's saying.
I do want to. I had mentioned in our chat yesterday that the Eagles were going to. It's rumored that they had this big announcement coming, and
Wait,
I heard
before
it
we get to
either. Go ahead.
Hold on, before we get to that, Noah, finish your point.
I thought he was done.
I wasn't.
Were you?
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't
I
even
didn't
start.
think so.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So Sean Mannion, he's worked with a lot of, the great head coaches today. Like he's played quarterback for McVay and then Kubiak, Kevin O'Connell. He's coached for Matt LaFleur. These are all the Shanahan tree guys that like I've wanted to come and bring the philosophies of the Eagles, because I feel like there's very QB friendly system that all the Shanahan guys run. I've heard a lot of good things about this guy. He's on the younger side. Maybe he has no experience, so I doubt that like next year he's gonna leave for like a head coaching job. I think he'll probably be with us for at least like 2 or 3 years, which would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hopefully he uses all these guys as mentors that he's played for and coached with. I think it could be something good for us.
yeah, and one of the things that the Eagles said is that they think he's going to be a guy that's going to adapt to the players that he's given instead of trying to force guys into his own system or his own scheme. And I feel like that's something that's known around the league, is that guys who try to force a scheme usually don't work out too well. So it's good to know that he seems to be someone that's going to adapt. I mean, because we say it all the time. This team has a lot of. You don't need to do much with the talent that we have on offense, and if he can just adapt to what we have, I think that would be the best way to go. And it seems like he's that kind of guy that's going to do that.
So you're saying he's the anti-Eddie Jordan?
The anti-Eddie Jordan.
Yeah.
I know you guys
might
don't
not
follow
know.
soccer,
You might-
but Manchester
might wanna look him
United,
up.
they hired a new manager who used to play for them, and he's kind of doing what the Eagles think Sean Mannion is doing, in the sense that he's adapting to what the team has, and they've won 3 games in a row and look like a brand new team. So if that's any indication of what the Eagles might look like at the start of next year, I'm pretty excited about Sean Mannion.
How do you know we don't follow soccer?
Because you told me. You told me. That's how I know. Although Noah's a big Messi fan, I know that.
I wish Drew was here. I wish Drew was here. I have a lot of things to make fun of him about. That's what I gotta say.
About your father or about your Messi?
Drew. I said I wish Drew was here.
I
I'm just
do wish
saying
Drew.
that. Sorry.
Now we're gonna have to skip Drew's pop culture halftime update.
Hold on.
But
I
we
want to
can
get
go-
to like the.
Because I had a
get to
big
the-
pop culture update.
Oh, you can do it if you want, but I just wanted
No,
to
no,
mention that
It's not-
the
it's not-
Eagles were rumored to have like a big announcement. It was either Lane Johnson was going to retire or
Vic
Big
Fangio.
Fangio was going to retire, one or the other. So
This was
be
they
on the
announced
lookout for
this
that for
today.
the rest of the week. What's that?
Oh,
Man,
they
I heard
announced that
I heard
today.
No, I heard this Sunday. I heard this on Sunday that they were going to make an announcement this week. It's either Fangio or Lane are going to retire.
Fangio.
Did you guys not see that? Like that, like in the news, like the other day, that's what it was. He was thinking about it.
Who's
Yeah,
he?
Fangio.
Fangio.
But then I just saw like a little while ago that said he was returning next year.
I hope you're right, Noah, but I would have a big problem. Now, Vic's a hero. He's always going to be a hero to me and to the Philadelphia. But if he retires now, when every team has like got all of their, defensive coordinators and there's like none on the market,
And
I
take
would
it one
have a
step
hard
further.
time.
Take it one step further. Dallas Cowboys hired our D-backs coach,
There you go.
Whew.
Yes. Who was the
and
heir
Vic
apparent?
Fangio had already said, like, when I retire, you make sure you get this guy
Yeah. Yeah.
to replace me. And
Yeah, I
now
don't
he's
think
I would
gone.
have a
I
little.
don't think the Eagles would have let.
That's what would piss me off.
I don't think the Eagles would have let him leave if they knew that Vic was actually going to retire.
But I don't think they had a choice.
Maybe.
If you're gonna get a promotion, they can't stop you.
They can't
No,
stop
but
him.
I'm saying they would have. They
Yeah,
would
but
have
maybe
tried
Vic
to offer
didn't.
him
Maybe
the job
Vic.
if
Maybe
let
Vic
him.
didn't know. Maybe Vic was like, yeah, I'm still coming back. And a couple of weeks later, he's like, you know what? I don't feel like getting up in the morning like this anymore.
You seem to be projecting.
I'm old. My body hurts.
That sounds like
I,
project from all your hard work this weekend on your desk.
I just nailed a desk to the wall. That's what Vic is saying. I can't do this anymore.
But listen, be on the lookout for that. It's something. It sounds like Vic's going to stay, I guess, but maybe Lane Johnson's. Maybe he's going to retire. Which I know we're going to talk about the draft in a couple months, but they're probably going to go offensive lineman. I'm assuming in the draft.
Yeah,
First round.
we'll have plenty of things leading up to the draft. All right, so since Drew is not here to bring us his pop culture update, we'll transition right into what is now known as Troy and Colby's Nutritional Corner. We're going to talk about some nutrition, maybe some tips and tricks to help anybody out there battling with anything when it comes to anything that comes, close to health, fitness, exercise, nutrition. This, that, and the third. Dad, do you have anything for?
Yeah, our last podcast, you and I had a back and forth about growing old and maybe I should do some different exercises so I feel better in the mornings. And I have to apologize to you because after what I went through this weekend, putting up tearing down my workstation and putting it back up again, I think you might be right. You might be onto something. I should have been doing some different exercises to prepare myself for what I put myself through this weekend. When I went to bed on Saturday, my body was crying, tears of joy when I threw that cover over my head. I felt so bad. And then I had to wake up early Sunday morning and finish the job. And even this morning, like I woke up like this shit sucks. Like I should have been doing squats.
So
because I was, I mounted the desk to it's a foldable desk, wood. I mounted it to the wall. So I'm down there finding studs.
What do you mean foldable? It folds
so
down,
like if
out of the way?
You could fold down. Like if I wanted to create some more room, I could just fold it down.
Got it.
So I'm down there looking for the studs and measuring and remeasuring, and I had one of the holes was like a centimeter off. I had to scrap that whole line, create a whole new line. Like I was down there for a lot longer than I wanted to be, and every time I got back up, I felt it in my hips, my knees. And it was just bad.
It was like Saturday night when I came home. I think I was like, "Dad, what are you doing?" Or Sunday morning, I'm like, "Dad, what are you doing?" He was like, "I'm still working on this desk," and I'm like, "What's wrong?" Because I could hear in his voice. He's like, "I'm just sore. Like I just feel it." And I was like, "This is great. I know." I was like, "Oh, should have been doing those exercises."
Instead of being a real son and it's helping me, let me help Dad. He's over there snickering at me. "Ah, little asshole, I told you.
And I walked away. Oh, it was the best.
Kobe, why don't you tell us
like,
about your... I'm sorry, go ahead, Troy.
No, go ahead.
I want to know Kobe's typical meal day? Like, if you're not going crazy, like, what do you eat first thing? What time do you eat? When's your next meal? When's your final meal?
For me, I always try to have oatmeal and eggs in the morning. I like that little combination. I'll do egg whites sometimes. I'll mix them
This is
together.
when you wake up.
Yeah, like, but if I go to the gym in the morning, like early morning, like 5 a.m., I'll do like just a piece of bread and almond butter, maybe a banana before the gym. And then after my breakfast, I always try to have oatmeal, eggs, egg whites, a protein shake. I'm trying to not do protein shakes as much right now. I'm trying to get more protein from natural foods, which is going to be really hard because I rely on protein shakes a lot. But that's typically what my breakfast looks like. And then if I, like, say I went food shopping, I cooked a bunch, I'm probably going to have like brown rice, vegetables, some sort of meat, ground beef. Noah brought up the ground beef and ground turkey last week. I love that, like mixed with brown rice, mixed with like shredded carrots, add some feta, add some avocado in that. That's a great, easily digestible meal that you could just have over and over again. So I'll eat that a lot. Maybe I have like 1 or 2 lunches of that. Chicken breasts, salmon. I eat the same thing. I don't really need variety in what I eat. I try to like buy things that are, I go to Aldi. Like Aldi's really cheap, and I save a lot of money doing that compared to ShopRite. So I just get like, the ground beef, ground turkey, chicken, salmon. We eat a lot of salmon as a family, so that's always something that's in the house. But I don't like there was a point in time when I want to say last year I was really like meal prepping and trying to like count calories, which was beneficial, but I don't think that you need to do it for a long period of time. Like I tell a client that I work with, my female client, she, we tracked in the beginning, we tracked for like a month, and then now she's good. Like she knows exactly like, what she should be eating. She's not.
So she's eating the same thing every day, so she's not counting it.
Well, she likes variety, so she it's not about like knowing what she needs to eat, but just knowing like how much. Like she's really good with portion control now. I'm going on a tangent here, but yeah, like I'm not. My point in saying all of that was I don't track calories like I used to, and I don't meal prep as often because I have such a I have a good idea of like what my body needs, so I don't like have to count calories, and I'm also not as obsessed with being as muscular as I maybe once was before. So yeah, I probably eat like 3 to 4 times a day on the reg. If it's a crazy day, I might eat 5 times a day.
You said
There it
you
is
only
again.
eat 3 times a day?
3 to 4 times a day. Like lately,
Three-
no. Lately, I haven't been eating like I normally do. I've been eating like minus these past 2 days. I've been eating like 2 to 3 times a day.
Kobe, I
Like,
have
before I
one more
went for
question
shopping.
for you. I have one more question, but I am curious. Noah like meal preps at like 10 o'clock at night, and I cannot stand the smell of like grilled chicken while I'm trying to sleep.
Like that's just not true.
It is absolutely true.
Like 10, like I do at like 9 when I go from the gym, and you're still awake.
You're home at
Okay,
9.
man.
By the time you're finished, it's like 10:30.
Okay,
Listen, just consider yourself lucky he's not eating chitlins. All right.
that's literally what I said to him. I said,
That smells
would you rather
worse.
me come home with McDonald's and stuff than eat that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's better in his body, better in his health.
'Cause I would love,
Oh,
I
good
would
job.
love to do that.
Troy, do you have a
Keep that skill.
like a
Keep that
kitchen?
skill, Noah.
The kitchen is closed time. Or you just it's whenever?
Yeah, but yeah. I always
Usually
say, all
after
right,
you clean
when I clean up the kitchen, I turn the lights off.
Yes. It's
The
closed.
fans, everything's going off. The kitchen's closed, and I announce it. Kitchen's closed. If I come down here in 5 minutes, and normally if I come down in 5 minutes, Kobe's in there making something. Getting some yogurt, putting some peanut butter in it. He's doing something. But it's like, again, like he's a very healthy eater. Like he eats great. To me, it seems like, listen, he probably doesn't eat as much as I'm saying right now, but he does eat. He eats a lot.
Like
Kobe,
today, I
like,
had
I don't.
3 meals today. I'm probably gonna eat after this podcast, so that'll be my 4th.
That'll be your 4th, but that's not before you go to bed. You'll eat another meal, and then you'll do something else, and then you're gonna come down and you're gonna have a snack. Yes, you are. You're gonna have a snack.
But that's not
See,
considered. No,
it
that
is
is a meal.
considered a meal. We're
That
gonna
is a
get back
meal.
into
Wait
this.
a minute.
It is
You're right.
considered a meal.
No, you're right. Okay, so if we're counting, yeah, if we're counting incomplete meals, I probably eat 5 to 6 times a day easy.
Yeah. Easy.
Because I'll do the Greek yogurt, I'll do the peanut butter and jelly sometimes.
That's all a meal to
I'll do
me.
the protein shake, so.
Kobe,
Yeah.
my last question.
Talk to me.
Are you taking what PG took? And how's that?
I hate this question. That was a horrible question. I was excited to give you another answer, but not. No, I'm not taking what he.
No,
I don't
okay.
know. I don't know what he
This-
took.
No, that was helpful though. What you mentioned about your eating, I think we all kind of know the right things to kind of. Well, I hope everyone knows that, but
Yeah, we should all know how our body responds to
Yeah.
the foods we put in it.
I
and
mentioned
bad.
before I do admire you, and also Noah. I don't tell Noah as much, but I do admire him. He does eat healthy. It took me a really, really long time to figure out like what was making me gain weight. I remember going to the doctor at one point, and I said, "Listen, I'm working out. I can't lose weight. What's going on?" And he was very simple. He said, "It's not what you do; it's what you eat that puts on weight." And I remember going home and I Googled how to lose weight, and it told me to track. This was like early on before people were like been tracking what they
Yeah.
were eating, and it said track what you're eating, find a goal
Yeah.
and track what you're eating. And I did that. I think I lost like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
It's so
that's good.
helpful just to know. It just gives you so much awareness when you track. I think everybody should do it. Just not even for a month, for like a week, just so that you have that awareness. It can be so beneficial. And there's negatives to it too. Like not everybody has the time. There's a psychological impact of knowing exactly what you're eating. Sometimes you could have like nutrient imbalances when you're tracking, when you're trying to like say gain a lot of muscle. You can like overdo it on protein, and it's just not sustainable tracking. So I think everybody should at least try it, and then they just have that awareness and can move forward with that. If I had to give 3 tips for nutrition without tracking, I would say avoid processed foods, don't drink your calories, and eat when you're hungry and until you're satisfied. Those would be my 3 tips.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I love that.
If to eat without tracking, nutrition without tracking calories.
I do have a last question for Troy though. Oh, seriously, a serious question. What is there a time that you stop eating? Like I cannot eat after like if I eat like after like 8:30, I wake up like it's hard for me to sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, my stomach's killing me. Are you at that point yet? Can you eat at like 10:30 at night and feel fine in the morning?
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. If I eat something, if I'm starving and I hadn't eaten all day and I eat something at 10:30 at night, it's going to be something very light. I just need to put something in my stomach. So that may be some yogurt. I don't know. Some type of fruit, an apple, just to put something in my stomach. I try not to eat. What time is it? I haven't eaten yet. It's 9:28. It's 9:30. So this is late for me. I'm going to eat something, but it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot.
My dad is probably the healthiest person I know in this world,
That
especially when it
no,
comes to eating.
no, I'm not. I'm not healthier than you are
I eat a lot of
when it
red
comes to
meat.
eating.
Like you, the
Okay,
fact that
that's
you don't touch red meat, you don't really.
It's not that I don't touch it. I don't need. I just don't feel a need to touch it. Like if I go out to a steak house, I'm gonna get a steak, but
Yeah, but
it's
like
not something that I
Our
crave.
You're-
podcast is literally called Cheesesteaks and Takes.
Yeah. Okay. Listen.
But
If I'm at my mom's house and she's like, "Hey, you want to get Thanos?" I'm making a phone call. I will make that phone call, and I will have a
Yeah,
nice
and-
cheesesteak. But I'm not gonna eat the whole thing.
You're not gonna eat the whole
never.
thing.
I will never eat the whole thing again. It's
Like
just I'm taking a piece.
his discipline and self control, I've never seen anyone with it. Like he could go hours and hours and be good on fruit, be good on rice and beans, potatoes, like all the stuff that comes from the ground. Just be sitting at the desk working all day long. Meanwhile, I need like 3-4 meals within that time frame. Like it's pretty impressive, and it works. Like he still goes to the gym. He has the energy to work out. He still looks great. It's crazy.
I appreciate that, son. I appreciate
Amazing.
that, son.
That's
awesome.
I raised a good kid.
Yeah,
Talking about his father like that.
I know. And Noah's going to scream at me for talking about Jalen Hurts when we get off this podcast. Interesting. But yeah,
I
Kobe,
don't
I do like
want to
those
transit.
I like those
Yeah.
3 tips, Kobe. I'm gonna see if I can cut those and make a little Instagram clip.
Yeah, I feel like definitely a lot of people drink their calories. For sure. All right, what else we
Well, I see on the
Are we
screen we were
talking
going to talk
Super Bowl?
about. Well, just real quick, I only threw this in here. It's a little when I'm just hearing about Nakobe Dean going to Dallas with
He's
Christian
gone,
Parker.
What'd you say?
He's gone, bro.
Oh my goodness,
He's
that'll
gone,
be
bruh.
terrible. Come on, guys.
But AJ Brown leaving, like we're cool with that.
It's not cool. He doesn't want to be here.
It's just the
Right.
fact that they're going to Dallas is what
he's
you're
going to
saying. It's
Dallas.
going to be
and
terrible.
Chuck might be going with him.
Listen, I'll make the trade: Nakobe Dean and Reed Blankenship for Brandon Aubrey. I'll do that straight up.
Straight up.
Shots fired.
I will do that trade, Jerry Jones. You listening?
Shots fired all around the
But
park.
guys, obviously if that happens again, we don't have to linger on this because it hasn't happened yet. But that makes us much weaker, and it makes Dallas much stronger on defense if that happens. And
Well, I mean, is there a report like why do you think it's Dallas?
I talked to a Cowboy fan. The other
that's
day,
what- that's what
and
they
that's what
want.
they seem to be
They're-
focused. That's what he's hearing. He asked me about. He
That's
knew
what he's hearing.
Nakobe Dean. He was asking me about Reed Blankenship, and I was like, "Why are you asking me about Reed Blankenship?" He said Dallas is going to target him. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, okay. So we'll see.
Dallas needs to worry about George Pickens.
Yeah.
And who else?
there's some people
And
to sign.
Javonte Williams. They have Javonte Williams, Pickens. Who else?
Well, I was talking to Jeremiah. He's not too worried about Javonte Williams at all.
Pickens. Oh, Javonte
No,
Williams.
Pickens,
What about Pickens?
he wants to sign, but Javonte Williams, he was like, he can go. They can draft someone. They can do that. So we'll see what they do. But Dallas is they're not a big free agency team for some reason. Well, we'll see what happens. But I heard that it might be targeting on Kobe and Reed Blankenship, which is
Who runs
horrible.
the Cowboys now?
the guy who's been running for the last 40 years. Same guy.
All right. Well, yeah. I ain't worried about it then. if he does target them, that means it's a mistake. So I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay. All right. We'll guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Speaking of coming to Bridges, we got the Super Bowl this coming up Sunday. It is Super Bowl week. We haven't really talked about that too much. Seahawks, Patriots. Who you guys got in the Super Bowl?
Seahawks.
I got the Pats. I think the Pats are going to win.
I'm going with a team whose owner's not in the Epstein files. What's that?
I mean, I'm definitely rooting for the Seahawks, but I think the Patriots will win the game.
I gotta admit though, I have no juice, no energy for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna watch it because I've never missed a Super Bowl ever since I've like saw the first one I ever saw. I think the first one I saw was like Steelers, Rams, maybe.
Cowboys. Oh no, Steelers. Yeah. With that the immaculate.
Steelers, Cowboys. I know it was the
reception?
Steelers. It might have been the Steelers. I mean, I was a kid. I remember. I know it was the Steelers.
For me, I know it was the Steelers. For me,
Yeah.
it was the Steelers because I just remember Lynn Swan
yeah,
and Franco Harris.
yeah. That's all. Like that was the only thing like in the air for a while. But I'm gonna watch this game. But I have like no like rooting interests. You know,
I'll put
I don't
bomb
pass the win.
explodes. I'll put bomb explodes in the stadium and the game gets canceled.
I hope no one's in it.
so the Eagles can still be defending champions. Is that why?
Oh, the game gets canceled. Yeah.
They'll figure it out. I'll probably watch the halftime show for the first time in like a really long time.
Who is it?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Oh,
You didn't
great.
watch.
Good.
You didn't watch Rihanna's during ours a couple years ago?
No, dude, the Eagles were up, and I was like so nervous. Remember, I went in the kitchen, I was just eating like. No, I didn't watch it.
Rihanna's was
Did
pretty
my-
good.
Who was?
Rihanna.
I don't know. So I'll watch. I'll
And you
probably
say,
watch
and you didn't watch Kendrick's last year.
a little bit. I still was like saying to myself, "Why the Eagles gonna win the Super Bowl? Like, is this happening? Like, is this really happening?" Good times, man. That was like the greatest. Forget my stupid kids and get married. That was the greatest moment of my life.
I don't blame you.
God, your mom's gonna
never-
kill you.
I'll never be that happy ever again.
So what about score prediction?
Why? Like I gotta be honest with you. I think the Eagles win next year.
Let's
Yeah.
see what the team looks like first. That's a.
I'm
bold-
always gonna think
Okay,
that.
fair.
but, like,
All right, that's fair. But I still think they're gonna win.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement. I've never heard you say
Yeah.
something.
I don't know how bold it is. I just think they will. If all things being equal, health is the major concern for me. Again, like just Sean Mannion hire, I don't know him from Adam, but it's just the fact that Lurie and Howie Roseman were the ones in charge that gives me much more confidence than when Kevin Patullo was put in
I
charge.
agree. I agree.
So if he could figure out this offense, and Vic Fangio's, obviously we're going to lose some players, but we're going to get some players too. So
Troy,
Vic
do you
Fangio's in charge of
give
the defense? I'm good.
Sirianni any grace?
He's a good coach. He's a good head coach. He's a good
Well,
CEO.
So last year they won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What was the offensive coordinator last year? What was his name again?
Kellen Moore.
more.
Kellen Moore. Takes the Saints job. It's like February 11th. All the jobs are taken. The Eagles need an OC.
No,
So
you
he's
know
like,
why, Chuck?
let maybe hire
No.
my boy.
I don't
Like, there
give them
wasn't a
grace
lot
for
of
that.
time.
You know why? Because they came out and said we're gonna conduct an extensive search for an OC, and 3 days later they hired Kevin Patullo without searching, and they didn't search shit. They just hired that guy.
But
So that pissed me off. That pissed me off right there. Chuck, you could have went
who
to
left?
college. You could have went to the college, interview some college coaches.
That's true.
That's where all these guys come from anyway.
Yeah.
No, he just hired his boy.
That's fair.
So no, he gets no grace for that.
I would have hired you. You're my boy. I like Troy's running offense.
Dude, and you know
I
what?
don't
And
hate
because I'm your boy, I'd have been like, I'm not ready for this right now. Give me a year.
You would have took it.
Give me a year. I would have said, give me a year.
We're gonna run Saquon in the A gap all every first down.
Right. And I would have fired myself. I would have quit before you could have fired me. There's no way.
Yeah, all right, well, I don't know. You're probably right. I just looking back on it, it wasn't a lot of time to like. And I don't know who Canada. You're right, but even college, like they're like kind of set. You're going to take someone in February, middle of February. To take
Chuck,
their
I would have interviewed at least 5 guys. They didn't interview anyone.
That's true. That's true. All right, that's fair. Just throwing it out there. But I will watch the game. I'm probably going to root for the Seahawks. I think they're favored.
Listen, the Seahawks have been the best team like the last half of the year, so I just think they're going to win.
You got a problem with Sam
They have
Darnold
the
winning
best defense.
You have a problem
He
with Sam
scares
Darnold
me.
winning a Super Bowl?
I don't have a problem with him winning, but he scares the hell out of me. Like if I'm a Seahawks fan, I'd be scared as hell
Yeah, I mean,
because
This
he's
might be the
probably the one reason why they wouldn't win because he just imploded.
yeah.
And I hope
But
he
that-
doesn't.
that-
I hope he doesn't.
That defense is pretty stout. So I think Seahawks
they're
going to
very
win.
good
I don't.
defense.
See, I'm
I
not
can't-
sold on it. I'm not sold on it because they haven't faced a guy like this before. They haven't faced the Drake May this year. Not a guy that does
Huh?
it with his arm
Hold
and
up.
his legs,
I did notice the
especially in
Patriots
the
had
playoffs.
the easiest schedule in the NFL this year,
Yeah,
and
like
they didn't.
I'm telling you, this guy is a playmaker. Like you saw how they won that AFC Championship game with his legs picking up that first down. If
Yeah.
Matt Stafford could run, the Rams. No, seriously, the Rams would have won that game because he had a clear when they had first and goal. He had a clear lane, but he just couldn't get there. Drake May scoring that touchdown. I think he's going to be the difference. Like Sam Darnold, I don't know if he can make those plays with his legs if he needs to. Drake May can.
So
I think he's bulletproof to a stout defense like the Seahawks.
You just called him Superman.
Bulletproof
You just
to the
called him
Seahawks
Superman?
defense.
I just gotta say, like, I love Drake May, but like, he's played good defenses like the whole playoffs, and he hasn't played well in a single game. So how can we say he's gonna play well in this one?
No grace
But
with the
they
snow.
won.
That game in the snow. No grace.
Matthew Stafford like almost had 400 yards against us in the snow last year.
That's true. That's true.
It's found a way to win.
So, Cole, it's like you're the only one picking the Patriots.
I've always been a Drake May fan, but with all, just like you said, with all this Epstein stuff, like I can't have Robert Kraft anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to see the Pats win.
Yeah.
No.
And their fans are annoying.
So annoying. The most annoying fan base in football, I think.
Yeah. I'm a Tom Brady fan, but I'm not a big Robert Kraft. If you, again, I'm not going to make this a political podcast, but follow the money, see where that stuff is going, and then tell me who you're rooting for. So, go Seahawks. Go Birds. Can we say go Birds for them or no?
Yeah.
That's
No, man, what's wrong with you?
Okay, my bad. I'm
No.
That was crazy.
Gosh.
That was crazy.
And on that note, Take
Speaking
us
of
home, son.
Speaking of following the money, that's exactly what Tyler Hansbrough did after he had a stellar career
that's right.
for the
Oh, that's
University
right,
of
at one
North
point.
Carolina. He went right to the NBA. It was the 16th overall draft pick after being arguably the greatest college basketball player of all time. Chuck, who do you have for us this week to try to go up against? Who might have had a better
So
college
Cope, I
career
was telling you
than Tyler
before, he's such a like. He doesn't have a lot of comps in college. He's played because if I say this guy, Troy's going to be like, "Oh, he was better, but he didn't play 4 years. He didn't win a national championship."
So I think it's more than just about the 4 years. It's about being what he was each year for multiple seasons. Like, okay, if there's a freshman one and done, great season, okay, like whatever. But a guy like at least
that's
play
what
multiple
happens now.
seasons and have like I you don't see that. Like his freshman year, he was phenomenal. He was All American. You don't see that
Well, I have
guys
someone
that
who
play
just-
multiple seasons.
Here, I have a player I'm going to throw out there that was kind of reverse. He came in with a lot of hype. Had an okay freshman year, but his senior year was really good. Was excellent actually. He might have been. I don't know if he was player of the year. I can look it up. Tyler Hansborough or JJ Redick.
Oh God, that's a good one. That's a spicy one.
Take your North Carolina hat off.
This excellent Eagle.
Think about it.
Eagle hat.
That's a good one.
Tyler Hansborough had the bigger impact on his
You
program.
think so?
Yeah, he won
Is
the
it
national
because-
championship. JJ Redick did not.
Troy, it's funny. The only time you count championships is with it. Like you don't do that with LeBron and Jordan. It's just with
Huh?
Tyler Hansborough.
But his again,
But
again,
that's
You looking at the
part
stats, Kobe?
of that's part of
Yeah.
his 4 years.
yeah, like his first 2 years, he averaged 15 points a game.
I told you, he
He
started.
wasn't. He wasn't.
came with
He
some
wasn't
hype.
JJ Redick his freshman year.
Yeah, he came with hype,
sophomore
but
year.
he didn't have. But that he came with some loaded teams. He wasn't like they needed
Yeah,
him to
well,
like score.
No. They did. They actually needed him to. He was getting chubby after his freshman year.
This is who.
JJ Redick. He was
Redick.
getting fat. They needed him to lose weight.
May I just ask, when did this become a thing? Like we were talking about Tyler Hansborough at the end of it.
When the Eagles lost in the Super Bowl, we need to fill some time up. That's when it became a thing.
Can we talk about something really important, like about like
this is
how-
important.
No, it's not.
How like Joel Embiid, like we were robbed of him being like a top 15 player of all time. Like can we talk about that?
You could have brought that up. I always asked if you want to talk about it. You don't.
No, because you guys like start talking about like these stupid things that like make me forget like what it was even.
Listen,
like,
is it close? Hold up, no. Is it close? Like JJ Redick and Tyler Hansborough. I don't know. Like
No,
it's
it
hard to
wasn't.
count with him.
No, it's not. Like to
You don't think it's
to
close?
your earlier points. To your earlier points, JJ Redick as a freshman wasn't JJ Redick. Tyler Hansborough came in with his name wasn't as well known as JJ Redick, I don't think, going into college.
Sure. He was.
But
he
his
went to North
freshman year,
Carolina.
he was-
He must have been pretty good in high school.
I'm just saying, relatively speaking, JJ Redick and Tyler Hansborough, I think JJ Redick was a higher
How to
Higher-
regard a prospect, probably.
correct. But Tyler Hansborough his freshman year, it was just undeniable, dude. It was undeniable. He came in and just dominated from day one.
Dominated.
So he dominated, dude.
That's a.
Dominated. You hate him. He dominated. Sorry.
He put up numbers. Dominated is the strong word.
Dude, no one can stop him in college basketball. No one can stop him.
Listen,
JJ Redick was a nice try.
think
It was a
twice
nice
about that.
try. It was a nice try. It's okay. I thought you were gonna say Kimball Walker.
Oh, that would have been a good one. He stayed
Yeah,
3
that
years,
would
right?
have been a good one. I think so.
All right, Kimball Walker.
No, we need
That's-
one per week. Can't do this again.
The name's already out there. I would say that's comparable.
Well, he didn't come in hot either,
That's-
though.
Not at
He didn't
all.
come in. He didn't rip it up as a freshman.
How many championships he won? 1 or 2?
He won one.
Okay.
That's not. It's
All
the
right, so,
fact that Tyler played 4 years. This kid. It's not even a national championship. It's the fact that he won.
but
he's
it's
been in
not.
for
It's
4
not just
damn
the fact that
years.
he played 4 years because it's the fact that
All-American.
he had an impact. He had an impact, a high impact for 4 years.
All-American all 4 years.
And I was never impressed.
Okay.
At one,
Yeah,
no point.
Very aesthetically pleasing.
Not-
But let's please Noah a little bit here and end this Tyler Hansbrough versus the world segment on Tyler Hansbrough stays undefeated in that segment. Well, thank you guys for joining. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on social media. Let us know what you think. Stay tuned for our Super Bowl recap of the Sixers' upcoming West Coast road trip as they look to weather the storm without Paul George for the next 25 games. We'll see how that goes.
By the way, hold up, Kobe. I'm not staying up for this game, so make sure you guys get at me and tell me what's going on. I'll probably watch the highlights, but I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired.
So you want us to lose sleep, and
Yeah, you young boys,
Okay.
you and Noah can
All right.
stay up.
yeah, Noah's in his own boat with that one. I'm
Obviously,
almost
me and
30
Troy
almost
are
30.
Maybe,
Old enough to have
maybe
grandkids,
if you guys didn't spend like
full-time jobs. What?
if you guys didn't spend like 20 minutes talking about Tyler Hansbrough, I could have like showered,
We
and
spent like 5 minutes talking about
God.
Tyler Hansbrough.
got ready, and had some time to watch. But now I'm probably just gonna shower and go to sleep. You know, I got work tomorrow, so I can't watch it.
Somebody needs to watch this game. I'm not watching it. I'm going to bed.
I might watch it. I'm crazy like that.
Yeah, you are.
What time is that?
Like Embiid's gonna have 40 points. again.
I need to go eat though. I need to go eat. Dude. We need to wrap this up. Embiid
All
needs
right,
to do
all
what?
right.
He's going to drop 30.
He's gonna have another 40 bomb. He's not
Against,
dropping under. He's not dropping under 30 the rest of the year.
against Zubac?
When does that ever matter?
I got him on fantasy team. I need him not to get fouled out. But, hey, let's go.
He's supposed to be
All right,
shooting
Cole.
like Embiid can do
Where's
that.
the?
Kobe, you taking
did
us
my
home?
outro. I did my outro. Oh, I don't know. We might have a guest on in a few weeks. Maybe.
Who's that?
Do we have a Seahawks fan?
Who's our guest?
Patriots fan that we know?
I
you
can't
talked to
think of
Craig?
I got a Patriots fan. He's really knowledgeable too. Maybe if
Bring
the
him on.
Patriots win, we'll get him on.
Do that.
All right. That sounds
So
good.
contingent upon the Super Bowl. So stay tuned, guys. But for now, go Sixers and have a great night. Talk to you later.
And Tar Heels and Flyers.